Aloha and welcome to day 2 of Mai Tai Madness Week. Yesterday, we had a seafaring Norwegian riff that started off the week, but today the competition kinda kicks up a little bit. We are building an original recipe sent in by absolute Tiki royalty, Mr. Mai Tai himself, Kevin Crossman, from the search for the ultimate Mai Tai. And this is Kevin's Blue Hawai-Tai. Now, if you've ever gone down the rabbit hole online looking for the definitive 1944 Trader Vic's specifications, you've definitely stumbled upon Kevin's work. He has dedicated years to chronicling, scoring, and tracking the global evolution of this single cocktail. So when Kevin drops an original riff, we should listen, and he describes this drink as the love child of the classic Mai Tai and the legendary Blue Hawaii. Now, casual drinkers will see a bright blue cocktail and immediately expect what should be a sugar bomb, but Kevin kind of pulled a bait and switch on him here. Kept the Blue Curaçao for the color, but completely re-engineered the base around unaged Jamaican overproof rum. So let's check out this riff and make Kevin Crossman's Blue Hawai-Tai. And so we kick things off with Rajat, just like the classic. As always, use whatever you have on hand. I know Kevin is a big fan of the Latitude 29 Rajat, as am I, but I don't have any on hand. So today, like the rest of the week, I'll be using Liber & Company. So we need 1/2 of an ounce. And then 1/2 of an ounce of simple syrup. And next up is our citrus component. Unlike the 1944 build that relies on lime, this one calls for lemon, so we need 1 full ounce of lemon juice. And next is our Curaçao, but not the usual dry Curaçao. Instead, we are opting for a blue Curaçao, and Kevin specifically recommends Giffard here because it brings a clean orange peel flavor without a lot of artificial syrupy taste. So add 1/2 of an ounce of blue Curaçao. And now we move on to our rum, starting with our white rum. So Kevin suggests something with at least a little bit of a pot still component to it, and he recommends Probitas, Planter 3-star, Denizen White, White Stash, or Myers White, but I'm using his recommendation of Probitas, and we need 1/2 of an ounce. And then finally, kind of the heavy hitter of the cocktail, the unaged overproof Jamaican rum, and I'm using Rum Fire really to bring the maximum funk. Though Kevin says Wray and Nephew or Rum Bar Overproof, if you can find it, works great too, so we need 1 full ounce. And then we'll fill our tin with ice and give it a whip shake and dirty pour into a small snifter. And for the garnish today, we'll be using mint, and Kevin wants fruit, but I'm keeping it simple today and using the spent lime shell. And there she is, Kevin Crossman's Blue Hawai-Tai. So, I mean, it's to be expected. It's Kevin Crossman, so it's gonna be, at the bare minimum, a very good cocktail, and it is. The Blue Curaçao does give it a little bit different flavor, not a ton really. I mean, if you look for Blue Curaçao recommendations, especially on some place that's a little gatekeepy like Reddit, a lot of people are just gonna say, just get a regular dry Curaçao that's good and just add blue dye to it. So that kind of goes to tell you the differences between most of the Curaçaos on the market. Giffard is fine. I've never been like an over-the-top fan of Blue Curaçao. It's always been like, if I need it or a drink calls for it, I'll use it. I'm not gonna really go out of my way to use it. Any original I've come up with, don't think I've ever used Blue Curaçao in any of them. But the rums, Probitas obviously is a very clean rum. It's very good. You can pretty much put it in any drink and it's going to work. And then the Rum Fire, if you've never had Rum Fire, it definitely is a little bit different and definitely clings to the back of your throat with a little bit of a burn. So again, Wray and Nephew will work here. Rum Bar Gold Overproof, which I have not seen in the wild in a long time. So I don't know, I'm assuming they still make it, but if they do, I haven't seen it on store shelves or even online for quite a while. But overall, I mean, it's a delicious cocktail. Full disclosure, I've had this drink in the past. Obviously, over the past 6 months or so, I've kind of changed a little bit of what I want this channel to be, where it's really becoming half history, half cocktail, or my ultimate goal is eventually just to make this really into a history channel disguised as a cocktail channel. That's really where I'm trying to start to steer this ship a little bit. But so when I have to do research, especially if it is on a Mai Tai riff, or even a few other of the more well-known drinks, Kevin's website and not only his website, but also like his Instagram, interviews he's done with other people, etc., is one of my main sources a lot of times. And I source him a lot and cite him a lot in my videos because, again, he's forgotten more about Mai Tais and Tiki cocktails in general than I'll probably ever learn. But that's part of the fun I have with this channel, is researching stuff that I don't know. And if I don't know it, there's a possibility that you might not know it. And hopefully it's interesting for everybody out there watching. I have a fun time doing it. I've said in the past that, you know, I spend way too much time on small segments. For the hurricane episode I did a month or two ago, there was like a 5-second snippet of the episode of a screenshot of an article that I wanted to find and I could not find it. And I spent like 4 hours looking for it, and I finally found it randomly on like a foreign version of eBay, and it absolutely made my week. But stuff like that is what I find interesting and fun. And to go along with that, researching or finding out these Mai Tais, these riffs that people sent in, viewers like you sent in, thank you to everybody who did send in, and thank you to Kevin, obviously, is you get to try stuff that you don't normally see in the wild. If you go out and you go to a tiki bar, reputable or not, you're gonna have a Mai Tai in the menu, and it's either gonna be a very close variation of the 44, it's going to be a resort style Mai Tai with the orange juice and the pineapple and all the other crap, or it's going to be something that is completely different altogether with like spiced rums and different liqueurs and stuff like that. But those are the ones I'm looking for. That's what I want, because I know people out there are ride or die 1944. That's all it is. Like, that's all they want is a 1944, and that's great. And for the most part, if I'm making a Mai Tai, it's gonna be a 44 spec, or at least pretty close to it. But the world of cocktails has really opened up over the past 20 years. And there's so many great variations. And that's why I wanted to do this week, like I did last year, was just feature those Mai Tai variations that you're not gonna see out in the world. And well, I'm ranting now, but I hope you get as much enjoyment out of this week as I did making it. But rant over. That all being said, the Blue Hawai-Tai, if you haven't tried it, try it. You're gonna love it. 9 out of 10. I don't need to tell you that. It's Kevin Crossman again. So, yeah, that is day 2 of Mai Tai Madness. It's officially in the books. The board is filling out. As you can see, I have 3, 4, and 5 yet to be filled out, and day 6 with a question mark. So come back Sunday, because I probably will have a very stripped down yet fun episode planned for that day, but we'll see. So come back tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button so you get the notification when tomorrow's episode drops. I will say this, the episode tomorrow is a really cool story behind it, and it's unlike any other drink that we are making this week. So that all being said, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Akole Maluna, cheers, and enjoy.